77 of Ross Chastain starting smoking. Check that out, your top 10. The 15 car with the only 2 stage wins, everybody else is a lap down. But, regardless if you're a lap down or not, you still get points. That was wild though, that final lap. Kevin Harvick tried fighting for it back. Unfortunately was not able to do so. Neither was William Byron. And with that, they went 1 lap down. And the 15 crosses the line, winning the race and keeping them a lap down. Martin Truex Jr. doing better after a slow first 2 races. However, it was 3 laps down today. Same with Keselowski, 3 laps down. Newman with a top 10. He will have better chances at the playoffs, or getting closer to the playoffs. However, he was 3 laps down also. Meanwhile, Logano, 4 laps down, along with Kyle Busch. Hey, look at that. The Busch brothers were supposed to start in the top 10. Unfortunately, Kurt Busch had to drop to the rear, but they both finish in the top 10. So great redemption for the start of the race. Eric Jones was 8 laps down at the time of the checkered flag. Almirola was 9. Cole Custer was 11. However, Cole Custer with a better finishing position. He struggled in the first 2 races, gets a top 15 in this race. That will increase his playoff chances. Unfortunately, those don't start till September, but your chances can increase and decrease along the season. And the final top 15 driver was Jimmy Johnson. How about that? Jimmy was eliminated from the playoffs last season in the round of 16. Bubba Wallace, unfortunately, saved it from elimination. By getting a nice finishing position. And that, unfortunately, eliminated Jimmy. Kenseth, though. How about that? 13 laps down, but a top 20 finish. Timmy Hill struggled in the first 2 races. I think he wrecked out in both of them. However, 13 laps down, but still a top 20. Christopher Bell, look at that. He would be in the playoffs if they started today. And 19th finishing position, not bad. Look at that, Michael McDowell finishing in 20th. Unfortunately, this whole race was a struggle for him. He ended up being 13 laps down. But it doesn't matter how many laps down you are. It's the finishing position that matters. Look at that, Ryan Preece. At least a top 25. 13 laps down. And you got LaJoy. 14 laps down. Every car, like we mentioned, except for the winner, was a lap or 2 or more down. Alex Bowman, 23rd. Boyer, 24th. Down 16 laps. Stenhouse, 25th. Down 18 laps. '26 belongs to Austin Dillon, who was 19 laps down. Chad Fensham, I believe this was the second race. Yeah, the second race he ran, because he ran Canadian Tire last week. 20 laps down, finished 27th. Big struggle. Ty Dillon, I'd say this race was a struggle for the Dillon brothers, as he was 21 laps down. And so was Justin Haley, which I believe this is the first race Justin Haley even ran. John Hunter Nemechek, 23 laps down. That's a struggle. And now finally we got 31 through 40. He was 24 laps down. We got Brendan Gaughan, was 25 laps down. Daniel Suarez has a struggle. These past couple of races. Negative 25 as well. Joey Gase who is 26 laps down. 35th is Bobby Carter, the only car, the final car that was left in the race. And our first did not finish belongs to Tyler Reddick. He wrecked out. And unfortunately, Chase Elliott did so as well. He was a championship contender last season. Ross Chastain did not finish as well. The only thing that's horrible about 31st through 40th position is you only get 5 points towards the playoffs for it. So not really something you want, but for 5 drivers, 36th through 40th, obviously an automatic DNF. 31st through 35th had a chance to try to get more points, unfortunately failed to do so, so they'll also receive 5. But yeah, let's get on to the vehicles for next week, as that will be the Strat 200 from Las Vegas Speedway. So first things up, we got to do our truck. We got to wrap our truck for next week. And then we got to wrap our Xfinity car, and then we'll wrap the Cup car. So like we mentioned, first up is the truck. Oh, that's already ready to go. Never mind. I forgot. We ran Valvoline at Daytona, Hunt Brothers Pizza at Canadian Tire, and then we put Allegiant on. Oops. I like that paint scheme better, but we put Allegiant on for Las Vegas. That's right, we had it ready since last week because they don't run Homestead. But the Xfinity series, I know it ain't ready. Which is what we were going to put on the car last week. And we halted because we wanted to put Flex Seal, our brand new Xfinity sponsor, on first. So then where Kelly Blue Book is where we will put the Flex Seal. And there we go. That's ready for Las Vegas. Now let's move on to the Cup, where you just saw that we ran our Credit One Bank car. Unfortunately, that's not the car we're running next week. There we go. That looks kind of interesting. And we got yellow type rims for next week. And the spoiler color will be yellow. Okay, now let's move on to the main thing. And it is not up there. Why are we going up there? And let's move credit one bank back there. There you go. There's the cup car for next week. And we just want to show you the races we'll be running this weekend, and then the races that will be ran in the playoffs. So, starting with the Gander RV and Outdoors Truck Series, we'll head up to Las Vegas. The World of Westgate is a playoff race. We'll be running the Strat. Now heading to the Xfinity Series. Oh, hang on, I accidentally clicked on it, so we'll have to back out. Well, the Las Vegas 300 is the playoff race. We'll be running the Boyd Gaming 300. And then once we back out of this, we'll show you Cup. And then that will do it for today's broadcast. So in Xfinity and Cup, the driver goes 3 in a row. Can he do the same thing in the trucks next week at Vegas? Well, you will find out Friday. And then in the Xfinity and Cup, could he go 4 in a row? Okay, so that's the Las Vegas 300, that's the playoff race, and the Boyd Gaming 300 is the regular season race, the one we'll be running this weekend, 200 laps, just like Miami was. Says I already have a win, but I've never done this race before. And then we got our, at least to me, cool looking car there. 267 laps, just like this week's was. The South Point 400 is the playoff race, and the Pennzoil 400 is the race we'll be running Sunday. Obviously, Friday nights and Saturday nights are easier to run late, like races late at night. But like on Sundays, that's a little difficult because of school and stuff. So if worst comes to worst and I'm busy, this race we ran on Monday, just like we ran today's race. And then after that, it should be, one more thing before we go, it should be off to this, which the Fan Shield 500 is the regular season race, and then that's the championship race, where it just says NASCAR Cup Series. Alright, well, see you guys next week.